your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, let's look around. There has to be... Hey, look! There's some sort of mechanism thingy. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. Yes, this must be the... Takes us up to here. Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the... Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have let us try to find it ourselves. Alright, let's Oh, hang on a moment. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? Oh, right. Oh, that's right. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong Ballista to see if they're...
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking about? We're invited guests. What makes you think you can treat us like this? No. Wait. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us! Now Paimon's mad! You! Over there!
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you mean, shameless?
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at—
Well, here they come!
Stop! What's all this?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appeared.
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go?
We're invited guests, here to look for the Lila Chisi.
Well, as it happens, I am.
Oh!
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes?
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super...
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, it was fixed, and these Millilith are just here to guard the scene. Not...
So, this was all a misunderstanding?
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti...
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng,
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more...
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect...
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance.
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There is no way... Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin... I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got a... Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from...
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. How surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything. The time of the Adepti has long passed.
And
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts.
favor? But, wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture.
All right. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Li. Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of it, and Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for it. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just... Let's go gather ingredients! Time waits for no...
Thank you for your...
Aw, it was nothing. No need...
I understand. Don't say that. I only escaped... I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing Jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques?
Wait a moment. Actually, we are...
Oh? And what might that...
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind...
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the... Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know.
Great! Paimon sugar froth... Meng Dan told us that...
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving him. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140...
Yep. It's good. Hang on a moment. Could we borrow...
Sure, please help yourselves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great snack. It's done! The one and only
Oh, yes. You might want to use these two freshly picked...
Ooh! Great! Now that we've put all that we've...
Jewelry's out of stock, but we have some new items in.
Though the clouds may darken.
According to Kuching... Excuse me, do you...
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of
Ah, well said. Please, use this to ascend to the chamber. Yes, speaking...
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guests, but for the Yuheng. What's going...
I've been waiting for you, returnee from...
It's Ningguang! Since this is our first meeting...
Oh, for me. You have my thanks.
Oh no!
I'm glad you like it. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchant's craft. And since at first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all. Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu.
Wait! Was Vergoldet?
Just Vergoldet? Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time!
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. I believe that you've heard of the Archon War. Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Tevat. They built cities and nations on the... You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giants. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days. Gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2. Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really... That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them, hiding the Exuvio was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
What do you think, Traveler?
Huh? What are you two...
Well answered.
Huh?
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong.
Tidal wave!
Wowee! What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you...
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play...
Ooh! Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from the...
That's because that wall records Leo's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets. But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, Traveler? If possible, I'd like to have your But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching... You'd pick Kuching? I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, but after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us. But for Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the... I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation. And also, with Rex Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. Allowing the rite of parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take...
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for the rite, so... Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends...
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So...
It's all right. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can...
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. One of the sheets on that wall. Don't look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for... Just imagine. How much more? Oh, let's grab one. The biggest one. Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet. La 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 la. Let's see what's written. Huh? There's a place marked with a circle on here. Sigil of permission. That doesn't sound like treasure. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy. Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all. But research on the Sigil of permission? Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out. Oh, you really well, should we not go then? Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang? Anyway, we'll see if you're... before we look for...